Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to episode 12 of my Clean With Me series, where you get to see everything from my perspective. Now, today's vehicle was on the main channel a little over a month ago and still holds the title for the dirtiest and nastiest vehicle that I've ever seen. That's right, it's the 2018 Kia Sedona, so let's take a look at it. All right, just before we get to the mountain of French fries waiting on the inside, I'll give you a quick look at the exterior of this van. And as you can see, the entire thing is covered in a good layer of dust front to back. It's still rocking winter tires in the summer here. And the fact that there's a skittle stuck to the outside is a truly ominous sign, because as we move inside, the overwhelming disaster that this van is becoming apparent. It's hard to put into words just how dirty this van is. From the disgusting rubber floor mats to the nasty cup holders, the mountains of French fries and other old food that completely covers the carpets and has filled the seat tracks. There's not a single square inch of this vehicle that's clean. Looking at the back seats, and they're almost as bad as the floor. If it's not French fries and old yogurt, there's some other kind of stain on them, and every single cup holder and storage compartment is full of something nasty. The level of grime in here is off the charts. But just before we dive into all those French fries, take a quick second and subscribe to the channel and turn the bell on too, so you don't ever miss out on one of these epic transformations. Alright guys, so with the outside of the van not being super dirty, I wanted to focus on the interior for this Clean With Me episode. So before I can do anything in here, I need to get the seats out, because underneath them all is equally as dirty as what you're seeing around them. And if you're curious, I always disconnect the battery before removing seats, as most newer vehicles have airbags in the seats, so that way I can avoid any issues with that, and I'll make sure there's no codes thrown when I put them back in. Okay, so starting with the vacuuming now, as I just finished going around and removing all the personal items and the larger pieces of garbage and debris that might be too big for the vacuum. And I'm first going to get all the larger items, and then we'll throw the crevice attachment on. And if you've ever wondered why I typically only use the crevice attachment, it's because I get the most amount of suction with it on, and it would be absolutely painful for me to have to switch between different attachments, because I'd always be leaving the other one just out of reach. So I feel I can be far more efficient using just the crevice attachment. Now, working my way around the vehicle, and you might notice there are quite a few spots where it looks like there's some McDonald's barbecue sauce that was spilled, and now that it's dried up, it's super stuck on and not something I can get off with the vacuum. But given that it is somewhat pliable, I'm hopeful the drill brush will be able to loosen it up when I extract the carpets. Now, since this carpet is a bit of a lighter color, you probably can't quite see it, but there's a fair bit of pet hair embedded in the fibers, and the vacuum isn't able to get that sucked up. So I'm using my lily brush here, which is almost effortlessly able to pull the hairs out, so I can just suck them up. And if you're wondering where you can get one of these, be sure to check out detailgeekautocare.com, as I am selling them on my site, and with Christmas coming up, they make great gifts for people with pets. Now as I vacuum out the passenger footwell here, I wanted to remind you about the video I posted last week, which was a pretty unique one in that I wasn't working on a vehicle, but rather my dirty driveway and getting it sealed up and ready for winter. So if you guys enjoy satisfying videos, be sure to check that one out. Alright, so with the seats and a bunch of the trim pieces removed from the vehicle, it certainly makes cleaning them much easier as I've got way better access around them. But one thing I found really odd about this van was that despite the seats being cloth, the back portion of the middle second row seat was leather. Yeah, just the back portion and nothing else. It really made no sense why 95% of the seats were cloth and then just this one little spot was leather. But it did make me wish all the seats had been leather because it probably would have saved me a few hours of extracting time. Here's the enormous pile of garbage, French fries, and a whole lot of other gross stuff that was sucked out of this van. It's truly hard to believe there was that much in one vehicle. Wow. Alright, with the vacuuming done, it's time to start on extracting. So the first thing to do is get my pump sprayer full of hot water, and then I'll add some Chemical Guys lightning fast to it, making roughly a 20-to-1 dilution. as the lightning fast comes in a concentrate, and once it's sprayed on, I always let it sit for a little bit just to give it a chance to break up the stains before using the drill brush on it. And then if you're wondering where you can get the Bissell extractor that I use, the link is down in the description for you. Alright, with the carpets clean, it's time to bust out the steamer and tackle all the super grimy areas in this van. And trust me, there were a lot of them, as every inch of plastic trim in here needed to be steamed. So having pulled a bunch of them out before vacuuming, I'll get started with the brush attachment on the steamer, and then we'll simply wipe things clean with a microfiber towel. And this is a perfect example of how well a steamer works and why you should have one if you enjoy detailing your own vehicles, as not only is it a ton of fun to use, it will basically make super quick work of any kind of crud or grime. So if any of you are in the market for one, the link to the McCulloch steamer that I use is in the description for you, along with nearly every other product and tool that I use, so feel free to check those out if you're interested. Turning to the seat anchor covers and then the seat rails themselves, again, steaming them is the easiest way to get all the crud and other grime removed, but since these were some of the dirtiest parts of the vehicle and there's lots of crevices and hard to reach areas, taking the attachment off the steamer allows for higher velocity blasts of steam, which really helps to loosen things up in the corners, but this still does take quite a bit of time to get everything perfectly clean. Alright, so with everything clean now, I'll start on putting the van back together, and I know I've seen a few people ask me whether I've ever forgotten where everything goes or if I've ever lost a screw, and well, thankfully the answer to that is no, as I am very careful and I put all the hardware aside somewhere safe, although sometimes when dismantling things, I do have to do a quick search to see how something comes apart, as some vehicles can be trickier than others. Okay, with all the seats back in and everything put back together now, I'll work my way around the vehicle applying 303's aerospace protectant to dress and most importantly UV protect all the plastic trim in here. And as you may know, this is one of my favorite products to use as it will last for 4 to 6 weeks and leaves everything looking incredible. Alright, moving to the paint now, and since I could tell during the wash stage earlier that the paint was pretty dirty, I'll use some of my detailing clay, spraying on a quick detailer as a lubricant, and then we'll gently rub the clay over the paint. And what this does is pick up any surface bonded contaminants on the paint like tar, tree sap, road grime, iron particles, things like that, and we'll get it perfectly clean and ready for a coat of wax or sealant. Okay, with the paint clayed, I can get some sealant applied. So with a black finishing pad on my polisher, I'll apply a nice thin layer around the whole vehicle, and after about 15 to 20 minutes, it's ready to be removed. Moving to the glass now, and I always use a waffle weave towel and spray my glass cleaner directly on the towel, avoiding any overspray. And really that's the secret to streak-free glass, is the waffle weave towel. Plus it doesn't leave any lint behind like regular microfiber towels will. I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Wow.
Come on in. Have a look.
It's so shiny.
That's incredible.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's looking good now.
Yes. Oh, it looks
Yeah, have a look inside. That's obviously where all the work was. So.
Oh my goodness, there's no French fries. Wow.
Crazy.
Look at the carpet spread.
No.
Oh, it looks so good. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen it this clean since when we bought it.
Yeah, no doubt. Eh?
Looks amazing.
Looks new again. So.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
That's
I
insane.
can only imagine, like, there's so many French fries.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'll eat those and
Thank
enjoy
you.
it.
Thank you so
It
much.
looks really good. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
glad you're happy with it.
We are very happy.
All right.
Okay, thank
Okay, see
you.
ya. All right, guys, and 18 very long hours later, all the French fries are gone and the van is looking incredible. Now, that was the second longest detail I've ever done, but I can definitively say now it was the worst. Even worse than the Chrysler Town and Country van I did a while back. And that is saying something because that thing was horrendous. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, share it with a family member or a friend, and show them just how disgusting that van was when I started. And as always, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more epic transformations like this. Enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.